Good morning, Vibe Tribe. Happy Friday. We finally made it to Friday. Not that that matters for any of us who run our business every day of the week, but we made it to Friday. Today's Flex Friday, so don't forget to flex. Gratitude, guys. What are we all grateful for in the last 36 hours in the chat or unmute so we can all be grateful? That is how we open our hearts and start our days every day of the week, not just Monday, Wednesday, Friday when we have Vibe Tribe. I know, like, I'm super grateful that leaders are reaching back out to me that I messaged in September to schedule for January. Like, we have leaders stepping up, you guys, and I'm so excited for some of these names to happen for you guys because they inspire everybody, not just 40, 80Ks. They inspire beginners of this. Girl, I feel that being sober, like, whew, some days she's hard. Just being able to reflect on your day in the last 36 hours, like, guys, it's grateful. It's where the day begins. Vibe Tribe news. We do have, what was it? Hold on. I shared it in all the chats. The Live Goat Live Fall Edition, greatest of the all-time online training event, happening next Tuesday, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, 8:30 Atlantic Standard Time, guys. And it's all in the evening, not in the morning, guys. Like, nobody's going to get up at 6 a.m. and do a Central Zoom because that's just way early. If y'all Central Time right now, I don't know how you're doing this. So make sure you join that. The fall bonus is still a thing. It's until we literally have like a month and a half left of fall bonus, you guys. What could a $4,000 bonus do for your Christmas? I can't say what it could do for my Christmas because the other half is in the room, but y'all know that Christmas is something that is amazing, and we want to make sure that we're not going into debt because of Christmas. So this bonus will definitely help with that. All right, Tabitha, I don't know what your topic is, so you're going to take over, and I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, once again, I don't know if y'all were on Wednesday. I will say I don't have my notebook, and I'm totally winging it, and that's okay, because this morning I prayed, and I was like, God, let us just find some value, whatever it may be. And so I'm gonna be honest and my authentic self, and that was my word for today, is your authentic self. Like, showing up who I am through my struggles. And I know on Flex Friday we're always like, oh, this sticker does this, and this. Like, sometimes that can come off really generic, right? I'm just gonna say that, like, because we don't know. But one thing, I think our most authentic posts and pictures are what really help. I mean, they give us those social media pictures, and I've always been like, I mean, sometimes they're great, but really what works is like showing your face, like showing your smile, showing those tears in your eyes, whatever that looks like for you. I currently have some like hard things going through my life right now that I've just been really quiet on social media. Not quiet, but definitely haven't posted about it. And a couple of people have kind of noticed some things. You know what? Because I love you guys, I am just going to be honest. Good thing I don't know anyone on here besides one. I was with my boyfriend for 7.5 years, and I just left him to go to a domestic violence shelter, and that has been hard, right? I'm quiet. I'm not showing up as me. You can tell some of my posts are really like just hurt or ugly, or not hurt and ugly, just, but you know, like those kinds of whatever. And then he started his smear campaign on Facebook yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay, now that he wants to go public, you know, I guess I can be a little open, because I haven't wanted to tell anyone. And so just showing up as our authentic selves, like, it's really hard to be quiet when someone is attacking you on Facebook. You know, and just to have my daughter, and it's funny to have his family. Real and raw, sweetheart, we hear you, we believe. Thank you. And I don't know if anyone's ever heard me before. I've always said my boyfriend is my biggest hater. I gotta stop calling him my boyfriend. But you know, that's a learning curve. It's so weird just to like have opportunities and have hopes and dreams and goals again, and to not have someone stopping me in my business. Like every conversation, I would see his eye rolls. The first 3-4 years of my business, I couldn't work around him. And I was able to like work it in bits and pieces, like, you know, while he's working, or I had to walk into the next room if he was home, whatever that looks like, you know, and just to realize how hard it is in general, the ups and downs of this business, and how we can keep pushing through. Like it's no secret, I've reached a slump in my business, and that's okay. I mean, it's really discouraging, but at the end of the day, that's what happens, right? That's just what happens. But showing, I mean, like I said, he started his little smear campaign on Facebook, but that's not me, because I know at the end of the day, I have God's grace, and I really like, as the lies or whatever he's saying, I mean, I don't have to be that ugly person. I'm not that ugly person. My Thrive box came in yesterday, guys, and one of the people were looking at me, and I was like, this is how I stayed sane for 4 years. Like, in that little like one liner, I mean, that is my authentic self, right? Like that is the truth, because I couldn't go get therapy after I had my daughter. He wouldn't let me. And so I started thriving, and that was, Erica, I see you crying. I love you. I don't know if you're crying. Don't make me cry. I'm not going to try to cry. But yeah, just like the littlest things, I couldn't go get help. And my mom turned me on to Thrive. And that was like literally my only saving grace. And that was the biggest fight for years. He even tried to flush it down the toilet once, y'all. And I was like, no, I'm going to have you get arrested. And I'm not trying to use this as my venting, but as showing up as your authentic self. Because at the end of the day, I'm not ugly like him. I'm not mean. I'm not hateful. I can be. But at the end of the day, I mean, people are going to say whatever they're going to say, you know, whether it be you're fake, you're scamming people, because I know we all hear those things. But we know the truth, right? When I first started feeling Thrive, I know how I felt, and I held on to that. And that was my grounds for my whole business. At times when I was having a hard day, or I questioned myself, I had so many doubts in my head from X, Y, and Z. I know how those capsules made me feel. Every morning I wake up, take my capsules, and I know I feel them, and I never want to let that go. Like, you know, we all have our slumps, but showing up as our authentic selves is really what it's about. I hate people who every photo is photoshopped. Like, you are not my vibe. Are you a person? Like, I'm just gonna say that. Like, I can't stand people to, like, if your main picture is like a realtor's picture, I get it. But like, if all your photos are just like perfect, no, go away. I can't get down with you. But that's just me. Sorry. I didn't mean to like hurt anyone's feelings if I did. But yeah, I think that's all I got for the moment, is just to show up for who you are and show your heart. At times like this, I mean, desperation can show. And I think it hurts when we start to get really quiet. Like, it hurts us, it hurts our business. And actually, in the situation that I'm in, I mean, my business is all I have, right? Where I shared I'm in a domestic violence shelter. I'm actually not supposed to take pictures. And I was like, whoa, how am I supposed to run my business? Like, social media is my business. You know, and that's not to say showing up fake or whatever, but like, you can still find a way to just be you and connect with some people, you know. And I don't know if y'all heard me Wednesday, like I said, I don't have my notebook. Starting back from the beginning, having wondering where to start after 4.5 years is like really humbling, like, in a sense, because I'm like, oh, now I have to figure out how to start again. And that's okay. It's okay. But that's what I got.
I am so proud of you. I know the situation you're in is hard, but you still show up every day. And I know that because I creep her Facebook, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I creep Tabitha's Facebook. Anna or Kayla, you have something to say? Unmute yourself, my love.
I just want to say that like you said, you don't know anyone on here except for one, but we hear you, we support you, we believe you, and we love you so much. I think one of the biggest takeaways that I've gotten from what you've said this morning is to, no matter what anyone says, you know what you have in these products, right? No matter what comes your way, you know what you have in these products. And there's going to be doubt. There's going to be people that are going to bring you down. It's jealousy. It's people who can't do what you do. It's people who are insecure within themselves. So when they see you happy and smiling, they don't want that because they don't want you to have that because they don't have that, right? So I think one of the biggest things for me when I started this was the rejection and the down, like my boyfriend he's like, you could do this with over the counter. He's like, definitely like my biggest like naysayer. And I'm like, hell no, this is what got me back on track after my fourth child. Like, I got 2 under 2 and I'm actually alive again. So the most important thing that I've taken from what you've said this morning is that you know what you have and you're confident in your product. And that is key. And it's perfect for consistency month. Like that is key to your audience knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. Because when you believe in your product, when someone comes to you and says it's too expensive, and then you go, oh yeah, you're right, that's when you are downplaying your product, right? Because this is quality, this is premium grade nutrition. And that's when we need to be consistent in our excitement. You can relate to someone who may not be financially ready to do this, but the product is not expensive. They're just not able to do it right now, given their circumstance. And that's fine. But the product is not expensive. It is premium grade nutrition. We're paying for the quality. So I think that what I've taken away from your message this morning, on top of the fact that you are totally a badass mama, but you are amazing. But also the fact that consistency is key. No matter what comes your way, no matter who says anything to you this morning, you know what we have here. You know the product. You know what it's done for you. It's given back so many people their lives that they never thought they had in the first place, right? So you need to be confident in what you have. So when the naysayers come at you with all these things about your product, you need to stay consistent in your confidence in what you have.
I love that. And I also want to say, I mean, because you just shared like what your husband says to you. I mean, having an unsupportive spouse is like the hardest thing. And if you can take their criticism and realize that, like, I mean, if you can take theirs and brush theirs off, you can brush off anyone because your spouse is supposed to be there for you. Like you can brush off literally anyone. But yeah, I love that. And I love your vibe this morning. You seem so happy.
She's had like an Activate or something over there. That's all it is. Let's be real.
That's
there.
my vibe. It's okay.
She's had Activate. That's all it is.
Come at me at 8:30 this evening and I'll be asleep on the couch drooling.
I can't even with you today. 8:30 this evening. I'll still be at work. I'll be just getting off of work. One thing, you guys, like keeping it authentic and keeping it you. Like, I'm not a mom. Okay. Like I'm being real. I'm not a mom, but I know hundreds of people on my Facebook are moms. That's why I get other thriving moms to come onto my Facebook page and go live with me, because that is a different story. It's a different vibe being a thriving mom than it was pre-Thrive for the moms, right? Like I've heard hundreds of moms say, I was momming from the couch because I was too tired to get up and sit down on the floor and play with my kid. The moment that I started Thrive, like that's their story. It changed. They want to run to the park with their kid. They want to play. As not a mom yet, like it's a different vibe for me. Not everyone is in this business to be, not everyone is a red personality. Okay, not everyone is money oriented. Somebody, you might be oriented to help people, right? It might be a yellow personality. You might just want to get 5 people with you thriving for free. I know I'm working. Ashley, I think that was meant for everybody. I know everybody is working to getting Thriving for free. I have 5 customers who thrive for free monthly because they're like, I could not afford the product otherwise. Thriving for free is the best thing about our company for our customers as well as ourselves, because there are times that money is going to be tight, but Thriving for free will help them.
Absolutely. I will say, so yesterday when I finally got my Thrive box in, I was sharing it with one girl and I was like, yeah, girl, I'll hook you up. It's okay. And then through conversation, I found out she'd already tried it. And one of my boundaries, sorry, I know I'm rambling, or a rabbit trail. But it came back to me like we were having an open conversation. I was like, I'm sorry. Now that I found out that you've already tried it, I can't share with you. I mean, that's just a boundary I have within myself. Okay. That if I found out that you tried it and that you love it, I can't share with you. I mean, I'm happy to help you create a free account and to give you a discount. So don't feel bad for creating boundaries. I think in a situation like mine, we don't know what boundaries look like. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I don't know what boundaries look like, right? Or self-love, and building those boundaries, with customers, because we're so bad, like, yeah, I'll give you 4 more days. Yeah, I'll give you, or sell you, whatever. And she's like, oh, I'll just get 1 a day. And I was like, yeah, but you don't feel those. And she looked at me like, y'all, we can stand on our product. And I just wanted to, and she later came to me and she goes, okay, how do I buy some? And where I'm at, I feel bad for selling, but I mean, because I'm not here to sell, right? I just moved to Alabama back in January, and I'm trying different churches, and I'm not there to sell. I want to create those authentic connections, right? And that's the thing, is creating authentic connections. And then when they see what you have, so it's just a couple things that I've learned in the past couple days. But
Yes,
I wanted to add that because I thought that was so powerful. Like, you don't feel those, do you? Like,
no. And that's 100% true, you guys. Like, that's one of my boundaries too, Tabitha. Like, if you've tried Thrive and you have an account with somebody else, like, I'm going to send you right back to that person. I'm not going to be like, yeah, here, sign up under me anyways. No, you need to go talk to Kayla. You need to go talk to Sky, whoever introduced you into these products. We send them right back to that person. It is just the right thing to do, guys. Like, it is not, we're not here to steal other people's customers. We're here to help and grow together as a family and as a team and as sidelines. One thing, like, for sure, like, I don't know if anyone noticed, like, that older free customer accounts got an email this week about like $25 US off their first order with free shipping. Those of us in Canada, it transitions to $32.50. Sorry, states, it's not our fault. It's just how the cookie crumbles. Y'all get your product within 5 days. We have to wait 2 weeks. So guess what? Make sure you are reaching out to those people that you've made those connections with, but also reach out to your non-thriving customer accounts and be like, hey, girl, have you checked your email? How are you? Be genuine with them. Make sure that you are doing the do, because everything works.
And that's another one. Like I said, I'm having a little down spot, y'all. I've had 2 people of my own come back who haven't thrived in a year. And I have a friend who's had 2 people come back that haven't thrived in a year. So please keep those connections. Like, just be their friend. That's not to say to talk all the time, but, gradually, like every 6 months, you check up on all your past ordering people, right? And 6 months is stretching it. But just kind of say, hey, how you doing? Like, and keep those connections. Don't just cut them off because they stopped buying. Like,
I reached out to somebody who had a free customer account with me, but like got a mini 2.5 years ago, guys. Saturday, tomorrow, is my 3-year Thrive anniversary for saying yes to the sample. Okay, tomorrow is my 3-year Thrive anniversary. That's terrifying to say, guys. It's been 3 years. Okay, this chick signed up with me like as a customer 3 years ago. And I was like, hey, girl, like, my 3-year Thrive anniversary is coming up. I want to make sure that I'm reaching out to everybody. I was just wondering if you wanted a Halloween grab bag. Let me know. And like, obviously this was after having the conversation about like, oh my God, your daughter is so adorable. How are you doing, mama? Like, I know you just had her like last month. You know, being genuine, asking those questions. And she actually said, you know what? I got an email about an order. $25 off. I want to do it. All right, let's do it.
I was wondering how you found out about that because I was like, oh, I didn't know.
I have 30 some customers that screenshot their emails and send them to me. Is this legit? Is the question I get. It's legitly the question. Is this a legit promo? And then I'm like, I don't know. I don't get the customer. You have to send me the email. And then they send me the screenshot and I zoom in and like, you know, read everything. Oh yeah, that's totally legit. Like, yes, that is how I do. Like I have at least five customers that
When
do
did
that.
that
Like,
promo expire, if you don't mind me asking? Did you
2 seconds. I
remember?
will let me go
Because,
into
I
my
mean, what I
messages.
do when secret emails like that come out, I'm usually like, hey, anyone who's created a free account, did you get that secret email?
And that's
Like,
what I did. I went live on my stories. I was like, yo, anyone who's created an account, did you get that secret email that went out? And now I have people blowing up my messenger. Just let me scroll. Let me scroll. Ah, here we go.
and I think it's so hard. I just want to add, you know, where what I'm doing and how I'm starting over or whatever, and how my mindset is. Like, mindset is a huge thing about this company. Like, so I heard someone say it's self-development with a paycheck, but like, I always wanted to post that, but it's like I'm not getting paid for self-development, kind of, but not really.
We are though.
Like
All
it's
right.
so hard.
The promo ends at 11:59 tonight, guys.
Awesome. So yeah, if you guys want to use that as a post, but yeah, like my mindset was that like I don't want to work. I don't want to, like, I'm ghosting my family. I'm not being real on social media, you know, all those things. But you know, starting, where was I going with that? Sorry. It'll come back to me.
You're good. Yeah, so the promo ends at 11:59 tonight, you guys. So if you have any, but oh, it ends Saturday. Am I looking at the wrong screenshot? Hold on. Did we send it in Vibe Tribe, Katrina? Oh, yeah, nope. It ends Saturday.
I remembered what it was. Working when you don't want to. Mindset. Like, because it's just so easy to push everything aside, but working when you don't want to. Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Oh man, I've been sick in bed and not wanting to work, but here I am showing up anyway. In my stories, you would not assume that I was dying of the plague in bed. What's up, man? Melinda?
I just want to say you are such an inspiration to so many people that are in a situation or similar to the situation that you are in. I have read on Facebook somebody else that I just became friends with and sent a mini to. Her situation sounds like it's similar. I've seen that she's also leaving the situation she's in. And even though it may not be physical, but mental abuse sometimes is worse, I think, because they'll stop long enough just to reel you back in to stay. It's kind of the situation I'm in now. So
I will say I stayed for 7.5 years. It wasn't me. I'm gonna get, like, God made me do it. And I know that sounds crazy, y'all, but like, and it's so easy to stay in a situation and be the happy housewife and deal with it and just deal with it, right? Because I mean, we should be grateful. But at the end of the day, like, this isn't what God wants for you. God wants you to be loved. He wants you to be, you know, his strong woman.
As a wife, like, I'm not in the situation that Tabitha is in, but as a stay-at-home wife, I can tell you right now, I'm not happy 24/7. Okay, I'm gonna point that out. Like, as a stay-at-home wife, there are days that I look at him and go, I could suffocate you with a pillow, but I don't because I love you. Okay. No matter your situation, you need to feel safe and loved by the people around you to stay where you are.
Melinda, you got something else?
No, that's it. I just wanted to say that, you know, you're such an inspiration to some people. I don't know if it's that time of year or just, I don't know. But there's a lot of people going through your kind of situation, and to be an inspiration to show somebody like it's okay to, you know, say that I'm in this situation, and it's okay to say I'm starting over, and it's okay.
All right. Tab, do you have any other tips or pointers for today? Because I know you're back on Halloween.
I just want you all to show up as your authentic selves, whatever that looks like, and be proud of the products that we stand on. Because at the end of the day, these saved our lives. Whether you like, you know, if you can honestly say that, like, yes, you know, I know it did for me. So, does anyone know what day that promo email dropped?
It dropped on Wednesday. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this recording. If there's nothing else anyone wants to hear or talk about, stay tuned to hang out for a few minutes so we can just all hang out. Tabitha, again, thank you so much for jumping on, and we are so proud of you, and you are so loved by so many.